In 2004, the FBI launched the Highway Serial Killings Initiative after noticing a disturbing pattern. Hundreds of bodies found along or near major U.S. highways, many linked to no one, claimed by no one. Over 750 victims, nearly 450 suspects, and a chilling number of those cases still unsolved. In this episode, we're going to explore some of the most haunting crimes tied to these roads, from serial killers who use the highways as their hunting grounds to mysteries that linger like ghosts in the rearview mirror. But before we dive in, some of the details in this story are extremely disturbing and may not be suitable for all audiences, so viewer discretion is strongly advised. As always, remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to stay up to date with the channel. Alright, let's dive into the video. Interstate 40, a 2,500-mile beast that cuts through the heart of America, from California to North Carolina. It's a lifeline for truckers, a road that never sleeps. But in 2007, at a truck stop in Nashville, Tennessee, I-40 became the stage for a nightmare. His name was Bruce Mendenhall, a long-haul trucker with a quiet demeanor and a deadly secret. On July 11, 2007, police found him sitting in his rig at the TA truck stop off I-40. Inside, they discovered bloodstains, duct tape, and a trash bag with women's clothing. The truck was a rolling crime scene. Mendenhall was arrested for the murder of Sarah Hulbert, a 25-year-old woman whose body was found dumped at that very truck stop. But as police dug deeper, they uncovered a trail of horror. Mendenhall confessed to killing at least 5 women, all sex workers, picked up at truck stops along Interstate 40 and other highways. He called them disposable. What makes this case so chilling isn't just the body count, it's the ease of it. Mendenhall used the highway like a conveyor belt, picking up victims in one state, killing them, and dumping their bodies hundreds of miles away. The FBI suspects he's linked to more murders in Indiana, Alabama, maybe beyond. But here's the kicker: he's not alone. The Highway Serial Killings Initiative estimates dozens of truckers like Mendenhall have used America's roads to kill, undetected for years. Think about that for a second. You've probably stopped at a truck stop before, grabbed a coffee, stretched your legs. But the next time you're there, look around. That guy in the corner booth, sipping his drink, watching the room. Could he be another Mendenhall? The highways don't just hide bodies, they hide monsters. Let's head east to Virginia, to a quiet 23-mile stretch of road off Interstate 64 called the Colonial Parkway. It's a scenic route, lined with trees and history, connecting Jamestown to Yorktown. A place for lovers, tourists, and late-night drives. But between 1986 and 1989, it became a graveyard. The Colonial Parkway murders, 4 double homicides, 8 victims, all young, white couples, or people who appeared as couples. The first, Kathleen Thomas and Rebecca Dowski, were found in October 1986, their car pushed off the road. They were strangled, their throats slashed. The second pair, David Knobling and Robin Edwards, were shot and found near the James River in 1987. The third, Cassandra Haley and Richard Call, vanished in 1988, their car left abandoned. And the fourth, Anna Maria Phelps and Daniel Lauer, were found in 1989, their bodies hidden in the woods, too decomposed to pinpoint a cause. What ties these cases together? The victims were young, vulnerable, often parked in secluded spots. The killer, or killers, left little evidence. No fingerprints, no DNA, just bodies and questions. The FBI believes it's likely one person, a serial killer who knew the parkway's quiet corners. The methods were different: strangulation, gunshots, disappearances. That's unusual for a single killer. So, was it one predator? Or something else entirely? Some theories point to a park ranger or a cop, someone with authority who could approach without raising suspicion. Others wonder if it was a thrill killer, targeting couples for the sick rush of it. Decades later, the case is still cold. Families still wait for answers. And the Colonial Parkway? It's still there, quiet as ever, holding its secrets. Before we move on, let me ask you, have you ever driven a road that just felt wrong? A place where the air felt heavy, like something was watching? Drop it in the comments. I'm curious. All right, back to the video. Let's talk about a case that crosses borders, connecting the U.S. to one of the most haunting mysteries in North America, the Highway of Tears. Officially, this is Highway 16 in British Columbia, Canada, a 450-mile stretch where over 40 women, mostly Indigenous, have vanished or been found dead since 1969. But its shadow reaches south, to U.S. highways like I-5 and I-90, where similar patterns emerge. The victims were often young, hitchhiking or traveling alone. Their bodies, when found, were scattered along remote roadsides, sometimes hundreds of miles from where they were last seen. The documentary Highway of Tears paints a grim picture. Predators, possibly truckers, crossing the U.S.-Canada border, using highways to hunt. No single killer has been caught. No one's been charged for the majority of these crimes. What makes this so unsettling is the scale. 40 women. Decades of disappearances. And the highways, whether I-5 in Washington or Highway 16 in Canada, are perfect for it. They're isolated, transient. You could pick someone up in Seattle, drive north, and vanish into the night. The FBI's database has flagged similar cases along Interstate 5, where bodies have been found in ditches or wooded areas, often with no local ties. It's a pattern, a system, and it's still happening. The Highway of Tears isn't just a road, it's a warning, a reminder that some stretches of asphalt are more than they seem. And as we'll see, this isn't the only highway with a body count. Let's head to California, where the 1970s and 1980s turned highways like I-5 and I-10 into killing fields. This is the story of the freeway killers. Not one, but two separate monsters who hunted in the same era, on the same roads. First, William Bonin, the freeway killer. Between 1979 and 1980, he was convicted of 14 murders, though he's suspected in 21. His victims? Young men and boys, some as young as 12. Bonin would cruise Southern California's highways, picking up hitchhikers or luring victims with promises of a ride. He'd strangle them, sometimes with accomplices, and dump their bodies along Interstate 5 or Interstate 10. What's chilling is how brazen he was. Bonin didn't hide. He hunted in plain sight, blending into the endless stream of cars. When he was caught in 1980, police found a rope and a knife in his van. He confessed almost casually, like it was just another day on the job. But Bonin wasn't the only one. At the same time, another killer was prowling the same highways. Randy Kraft, also called the Freeway Killer, convicted of 16 murders, suspected in 61. His targets? Mostly servicemen, young guys he'd pick up at bars or rest stops. Kraft kept a scorecard, a cryptic list of his victims, including a Marine he killed in 1974, dumped off I-5. 2 killers. Same highways. Same nickname. It's almost like the roads themselves were cursed, drawing out the worst in humanity. Bonin was executed in 1996. Kraft's still on death row. But their legacy lingers. California's highways are busier than ever, but the ghosts of those years haven't faded. And as we'll see next, the highways haven't stopped claiming lives. Now let's travel to Massachusetts to the late 1980s, where a series of murders turned 3 highways, Route 140, I-95, and Route 88, into a serial killer's dumping ground. The New Bedford Highway Killings. 9 women, all sex workers, vanished between spring and fall of 1988. Their bodies were found months later, scattered along these roads, often so decomposed that causes of death were hard to pin down. The victims were young, vulnerable, often struggling with addiction. The killer knew this. He targeted them at their lowest, picking them up in New Bedford's rougher neighborhoods, then driving out to the highways to dispose of them. What makes this case so haunting is the silence. No arrests, no convictions, just 9 women, gone, and a community left to wonder who, or what, was responsible. Some suspect a local, someone familiar with the area's backroads. Others think it was a transient, maybe a trucker passing through. The FBI's highway serial killings map shows similar patterns in nearby states, but no answers. March 2025. Interstate 15, near the Las Vegas Speedway. A group of teenagers, just 14 to 16 years old, are volunteering for a highway cleanup, wearing bright reflective vests. It's broad daylight. They should be safe. But then, a car veers off the road. The driver, 20-year-old Jessica Williams, is intoxicated. She plows into the group, killing 6. This wasn't a serial killer. It wasn't calculated. But it's a stark reminder. Highways are unpredictable, dangerous. One moment, you're doing something good. The next, you're gone. And it's not just accidents. The FBI's data shows highway killings haven't stopped. Bodies are still found in ditches, rest stops, and wooded areas off Interstate 10, Interstate 95, Interstate 70. The patterns are the same. Transient victims, anonymous killers, and roads that stretch on forever. The Highway Serial Killings Initiative is still active, tracking suspects through gas receipts, trucker logs, even GPS data. But the truth is, some of these cases will never be solved. The highways are too vast. The killers too clever. Let's end with one last case, one that shows how highways can turn even urban areas into hunting grounds. Phoenix, Arizona, 2005 to 2006. Interstate 10 runs through the city like a spine. And for 2 years, it was stalked by Mark Goudeau, the baseline killer. Goudeau was convicted of 9 murders, 15 sexual assaults, and 11 kidnappings. His victims, mostly women, were attacked in public spaces, parking lots, streets, areas near Interstate 10. He'd strike fast, then vanish into the city's road network. It took DNA evidence to finally catch him, but not before he left a trail of devastation. What makes Goudeau's case stand out is how he used the urban highway to blend in. I-10 wasn't just a dumping ground. It was his escape route, his cover. It's a reminder that even in a crowded city, the highways can hide a predator. Goudeau's behind bars now, but the highways are still out there, still carrying travelers, still carrying secrets. Truck stops, rest areas, and quiet exits are perfect for crime. Victims are often transient. Sex workers, hitchhikers, runaways, people society overlooks. The killers? They're truckers, drifters, or locals who know the roads better than the police. And the highways themselves? They don't judge. They don't speak. They just stretch on, endless and indifferent. What's most disturbing isn't the crimes we've covered. It's the ones we haven't. The bodies still out there, hidden in the weeds off I-95 or I-70. The families still waiting for a call that never comes. The killers still driving, maybe passing you on your next road trip. So the next time you're on the road late at night and you see a truck stop glowing in the distance, think about this. You're not just driving through America, you're driving through its shadows. And some of those shadows are watching you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, then check out these videos on the screen now. If you have a topic suggestion, please send it to the email in the description. And as always, remember to like, share the video, and subscribe to our channel. And remember, the only thing scarier than these stories is missing out on our next video.